Hello everyone, I am Dr. Chirag Chamaria, practicing at Royal Dental Clinic since the past 4 years. I am an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. So it is obvious that we deal with a lot of extractions, dental implants, bone grafting, sinus lifts, facial rejuvenation, hair transplants. So today I would like to talk about one simple product which is generated from your own blood, and that is called as PRP and PRF. What is PRP and PRF? PRP is the platelet rich plasma and PRF is the platelet rich fibrin. Both of these are nothing but the concentrate of your blood. It is the platelet concentrate of your blood which has very high number of growth factors. There are various studies which say that the concentration of growth factors is as high as 1 lakh times. So how is this PRP or PRF created? Now, as the name suggests, PRP, it's plasma, it is more liquidy, and PRF, it is fibrin, it is a semi-solid jelly-like structure. So how do you get these structures? So what we do is, in a while, we take the venous blood from the patient himself. That venous blood is taken either in a plain vial which contains no additives. Then we will get a jelly-like substance called as PRF. If we want this particular growth factor to have solid consistency, then we take it in a red vial. If we want this particular growth factors to have liquid consistency, then we take it in a calcium gluconate or yellow blue vial. Once we take these, we require around 15 to 20 ml depending on the procedure, and the yield is usually 1/5. So if we take 10 ml of blood, around 2 ml of the growth factor is what we get. Then we use this particular vial, we transfer it to a centrifuge. In the centrifuge, the red vial is subjected to an RPM of 3200 for 15 minutes, whereas for a calcium gluconate or a yellow vial, it is subjected to 2400 RPM for 10 minutes. What it yields is 3 distinct layers. You have the bottom red layer which has very high number of red blood cells which are discarded. On the top layer, you will find a very transparent liquid layer which is again discarded. It has very less number of cells, and in between, for PRF, we will have a jelly-like substance, and for PRP, we can withdraw them in the syringe. So this is how we create PRP and PRF. Now, how do we use it or where do we use it? So PRF is a jelly-like substance. It is very useful to be used in post-extraction sockets, in sockets or in areas where cyst has just been removed, any bony defects. It helps a lot of osteoblastic activity and will help us to create bone. It can also be used during sinus lifts. How do we use PRF in other solutions? Is we subject the PRF, put it in between 2 glass slabs and squeeze it. It forms a very thin membrane, and this membrane is an autogenous membrane. There is no other way to get an autogenous membrane except using a PRF, although you can use fascia from other sources of the body. This membrane can be used as a covering over the bone graft as well, or in cases of a bigger sinus defect or a cystic defect. So PRF is useful in a lot of dental considerations. A PRF for that matter, can also be mixed with the bone graft, to create a more uniform structure which can then be placed into the socket or as a sinus lift material, etc. Now next comes is PRP, platelet rich plasma. Now this plasma is liquid. This plasma can be transferred to a PD syringe or an insulin syringe and can be injected all over the face to create facial rejuvenation. It can be injected in hair thinning areas, in areas where we find the hair is thinning, to increase the density and the thickness of the hair follicle. It can also be used in cases of implantology as a liquid which can be sprayed over the implant. PRP in dentistry has a limited role as compared to PRP in facial aesthetics. PRP, when injected into the wrinkles, into the face, it creates a natural glow-like appearance. Hence friends, I wanted to speak about PRP and PRF today for its vast science